Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Christy Nelson. 2014 marks the 20th anniversary of the Child Advocacy Resource Evaluation Team. It's better known as the CARE Team at Cook Children's Medical Center. Last year, the CARE Team evaluated more than 1,400 children for concerns about abuse. Here to tell us about the good work that they are doing there at Cook Children's are Dr. Jamie Kaufman and Lori Palacios. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, tell us about this national effort that's called Pinwheels for Prevention. What is that?
Well, the pinwheels, they're blue pinwheels, and each pinwheel represents a victim of child abuse. So we are at Cook Children's putting over 1,400 pinwheels on our property to represent the children that were evaluated through the CARE team.
Now, you told us that 1,400 children last year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the emotional state or the problems you're seeing when these children are coming through the CARE team.
Well, we're the medical component, so we are the ones doing the medical evaluation for children that may have suffered from any type of abuse. So it can be sexual abuse, physical abuse, severe neglect. So many times, especially in the physical abuse, we're going to be actually the first people talking to them and evaluating them. For the sexual abuse victims, oftentimes they've already been seen by Child Protective Services or law enforcement and then referred to us. But when the families come to us, oftentimes they're in crisis, and that's when our social workers who are on staff obviously see all the families and evaluate their situation. There's a need for resources, making sure that they have adequate follow-up for any medical or emotional needs. So, I mean, we really try to meet the family wherever they're at.
Are these problems that you feel the greater community, people outside of these families are really aware of? You know,
No. And because we work in the field all the time, we assume that everybody knows about it. But then when we get out into the community, what we're seeing is people really are unaware of the staggering numbers that are actually in our own community, in our backyard. And so when we start talking about that, they're just amazed. And as a medical center, when we've been taking care of all these children, and our staff are just like, you know, why are we seeing all this? And so we've really stepped up our prevention program because we really would love to put ourselves out of business. So we're really trying to look at preventing serious abusive head trauma through our period of purple crying that Lori's been heading up. Stewards of Children is for sexual abuse training for just lay people to kind of understand those dynamics. And then we've also just opened and got funded for the Center for Child Maltreatment, for the prevention of child maltreatment.
Okay.
And so we're really excited about that too.
And let's talk about that more in a second. But first, Lori, can you tell me more about this period of purple crying? Explain that.
Yes, the period of purple crying is a parent education program developed by the National Center on Shaken Baby to help parents recognize crying in terms of development. Basically, that what we all know, and that all babies cry, and that frustration is normal. And I think that's the biggest barrier for most parents, is that they have difficulty forming support systems because they don't want to admit that that frustration is present, because somehow that reflects on them as probably being a poor parent. But the biggest trigger that we have, that research indicates and that we hear from parent histories, is crying. And so period of purple crying has enabled parents to know what their babies are going through, and more importantly, empowered them with the ability to share what their babies are going through with other caregivers, so that they recognize this and take direction from the program, which states it's okay to walk away from a crying baby, that crying's not going to hurt their baby.
And we have a few seconds left. So the Center for Prevention of Child Maltreatment is brand new.
Yes.
And what will happen that's different from what you've already been doing?
Well, we've been focused obviously on the treatment once abuse has happened. So now what we want to do is prevent it before it ever even gets there.
Fantastic. Monumental year, your 20th anniversary.
Yes.
Keep up the fantastic work. And I want to also point out that as of year-end 2013, and tell me if I'm right here, over the last 20 years, more than 20,000 children have been evaluated through this program.
Yes, that's right.
So very valuable work there. Thanks so much. Thanks to you both. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more of 5 Talk Street.